In a grand palace, where marble floors gleamed like frozen moonlight and chandeliers dripped with crystals, there lived a small brass lamp. Not just any lamp, this one had been crafted by a master artisan, its curves etched with intricate vines and its surface polished to a warm, golden glow. For years, it sat proudly on a pedestal in the Hall of Mirrors, lit every evening by servants who marveled at how its flame cast dancing shadows on the walls. But time passed. The king who once adored the lamp grew old, and his heir preferred modern oil lamps with sleek silver finishes. Soon, the brass lamp was replaced, dust settling on its unused wick. One night, as moonlight spilled through the hall's arched windows, the lamp overheard two new silver lamps gossiping. "Look at that old thing," one sneered. "No one lights it anymore. What's the point of a lamp that doesn't shine?" The other laughed. "Maybe it's just broken." The words pierced the brass lamp like a cold wind. Broken. Useless. It stared at its dim reflection in the palace mirrors and wondered, is that all I am now? A relic? The next morning, when a servant bumped its pedestal, the lamp accidentally tipped over and rolled out of the hall, down a corridor, and into a dusty storeroom. Good, it thought bitterly. If I'm useless, I'll hide where no one can see me. But here's the thing about light: even when we try to bury it, it finds cracks to seep through. Let me ask you, have you ever felt like that lamp? Overlooked. Outshined. Convinced your best days are behind you. This story isn't just about a forgotten object. It's about the lie we tell ourselves when we equate worth with usefulness. The storeroom was cluttered with discarded treasures, torn tapestries, chipped vases, a lute missing its strings. The lamp huddled in a corner, its brass tarnishing. Days blurred into weeks. Then, one evening, a soft voice broke the silence. "Why do you hide?" The lamp turned to see a stubby candle, its wax cracked and wick frayed. "Go away," the lamp muttered. "I don't need pity." The candle inched closer, its flame guttering. "I wasn't offering pity. I was asking a question. You've got such beautiful engravings, why waste them in the dark?" "What does it matter?" the lamp snapped. "No one needs me. The world wants brighter, newer things." The candle's flame wavered, as if sighing. "Let me tell you a secret. I was once part of a pair, lit every night on a scholar's desk. My twin burned out years ago. Now, I'm down to my last inch of wax. But here's what I've learned: light isn't about who sees it. It's about the act of shining." The lamp fell silent. Outside, a storm raged. Rain lashed the palace walls, and thunder shook the stones. Suddenly, the storeroom door creaked open. A young kitchen maid, drenched and shivering, stumbled inside. "Hello," she called. I am lost. The corridors are too dark to find my way back." The candle hissed, "Light your wick. Now." "But I'm not a candle," the lamp protested. "I need oil, a servant to tend me." "You need nothing but a spark," the candle interrupted. "Try." Reluctantly, the lamp focused. Deep within its chamber, an ember of its old flame flickered, weak, but alive. With a shudder, it lit its wick. A frail glow spilled across the room. The maid gasped. "Oh! You're beautiful." She picked up the lamp, cradling it like a treasure. The warmth of her hands, the awe in her voice, it stirred something in the lamp it hadn't felt in years. Pride. Hope. Together, they navigated the dark halls, the lamp's light growing steadier with every step. When they reached the kitchen, the maid whispered, "Thank you," and placed the lamp on a cluttered shelf. As dawn broke, the lamp noticed the candle was gone, its final wax pooled on the floor. But the candle's last words lingered, "You are not your pedestal. Shine where you're planted." The kitchen was nothing like the Hall of Mirrors. It smelled of burnt bread and onion skins, and the lamp's new shelf wobbled whenever the cook slammed pots. At first, The lamp recoiled. This is beneath me, it thought. But then it noticed the kitchen's rhythms, the baker kneading dough before sunrise, the scullery boy scrubbing pans until his hands were raw, the maid Lila humming as she swept ashes from the hearth. One night, Lila stayed late, her face streaked with tears. "What's wrong?" the lamp asked, though it knew she couldn't hear it. She opened a crumpled letter. "My brother's ill," she murmured to the dark. "I can't afford medicine." On impulse, the lamp flared its flame brighter than ever. Startled, Lila looked up. Its light reflected off a copper pot nearby, casting a warm circle on her letter. And there, in the flicker, she noticed something, a recipe for herbal tea scrawled in the margins, "Forgotten. Mint and ginger, we have these in the garden." She rushed outside, returning with herbs to brew. The lamp glowed with quiet triumph. No mirrors admired it here. No kings praised its craftsmanship. But Lila smiled as her brother recovered. That was a different kind of mirror, one that reflected purpose instead of vanity. Yet doubt still crept in. When a shiny new lantern arrived in the kitchen, the lamp dimmed. "See," it thought. "Replaceable again." But the cooks had other ideas. They placed the lantern near the stove for harsh task light and kept the brass lamp by the hearth. "That old thing's gentler," the head cook said. "Better for late nights." The lamp began to understand, value isn't universal. It's specific. What's useless in a palace might be priceless in a kitchen. What's broken to one person is perfect to another. Years passed. Lila became head maid, and the lamp's brass grew scratched, its engraving softened by time. One winter night, disaster struck, a spark from the hearth ignited a tapestry. Flames raced up the walls. "Wake everyone!" Lila shouted. "Get out!" As smoke choked the kitchen, the lamp spotted a child trapped under a fallen beam, Lila's niece. The fire roared closer. "I'm just a lamp," it thought. "What can I do?" Then it remembered the candle's words, "Light isn't about who sees it. It's about the act of shining." Summoning every ounce of strength, the lamp surged its flame into a blazing beacon. The child blinked, spotted the light, and crawled toward it. Lila swooped in, grabbing her niece as the ceiling collapsed behind them. The lamp, shattered and blackened, lay in the rubble. As dawn broke, Lila knelt beside it, tears in her eyes. "You saved her," she whispered. The lamp wanted to say, "But I'm ruined now. Useless again." Yet as sunlight hit its cracked surface, it noticed something. The fire had fused its brass with flecks of gold from the tapestry, creating a mosaic of scars and resilience. It was more beautiful than ever, not despite its wounds, but because of them. When the palace was rebuilt, the lamp wasn't returned to the Hall of Mirrors. Instead, Lila placed it in the new library, where storytellers gathered. "This lamp has a tale," she'd say. "It reminds us that our darkest moments often prepare us to light the way for others. If this story illuminated something in you, pass its light to someone else. And remember, you're never just a lamp. Your cracks, your scars, your quiet seasons. They're part of a masterpiece only you can shine." Until next time, keep kindling your flame.